The Iowa football team kicked off its season in style with a 46-3 rout of Maine Saturday at Kinnick Stadium. Running back Sean Green made a triumphant return to the field, rushing for 109 yards and a touchdown, and the Hawkeyes showed steady improvement in several areas in which they struggled last season.
The big thing that we saw is we have what we need to win, regardless of who we're playing. If you hold a team to 3 points, a three that could have easily been held, off the scoreboard. I think it shows that you have what you need basically in the room, in the team to win. It's just a matter of, getting better every week, making sure we don't get stagnant. We keep pushing every week, getting better, and just kind of showing ourselves that, hey, it's been a long off season. We played our first one, kind of got those first game jitters out of the way, and time to just kind of move forward and keep getting better.
With as much promise as Iowa showed in its opener, there were areas of concern. The defensive front, which was thought to be the strength of the team, surrendered 137 yards rushing to an undersized and overmatched opponent. That's something that will have to be shored up heading into this weekend's matchup with Florida International University.
The last question, too. There's not a player on our team right now that can't do better, and the film verifies that, verified it. We all saw it Sunday, so and that goes for everybody on our staff, starting with me, too. All of us can get better, and we need to be a little bit better this week.
Just look at the film and realize that we're not where we need to be. We did some good things, but there's a lot of bad things that I was saying earlier. If we do it against some of the Big Ten teams, Iowa State, FIU, if we do some against those teams, they'll capitalize on them. So there's some things that we definitely need to clean up on, and we can't get comfortable by any means, not yet.
And we missed a lot of tackles defensively, which you hope you don't do that, but we did, and it's early in the year. I understand that, but we're going to have to get a little bit better in that area too. And I think for the most part, again, we operate okay, but our overall sharpness has to improve if we're going to move along here.
I think the some of the run defense stuff, as far as that's everybody, not just a couple guys, that's everybody across the board. There's some times it looks like guys are on different pages almost, and we just need to get everything cleaned up, get everybody on the same page, playing as one unit, everybody playing their role.
Florida International is a fledgling Division I program, having made the transition to the Football Bowl subdivision in 2005. The Golden Panthers have won just one of their past 25 games, including a 40-10 loss at Kansas last weekend.
Based on one game, based on film from last year and then what we saw in their opener, they look like a more mature team, a more developed team. They played hard and played with good effort last year, and I think they're just a better team physically now than they were. And
as they did in the opener, Iowa quarterbacks Jake Christensen and Ricky Stanzi are expected to split reps against Florida International. They turned in almost identical performances against Maine, with Christensen completing 9 of 15 passes for 122 yards with a touchdown and interception, and Ricky Stanzi completing 9 of 14 passes for 90 yards. There's not quite a quarterback controversy in Iowa City, but fans are anxiously waiting to see what will develop.
We'll just see how it pans out. The good news is right now both of them are doing a good job, and make that point especially clear with Jake. I think he's a better player than he was a year ago, which you would hope, and I hope that's true of all of our guys that were with us last year. And the major difference is, Rick's a factor now, whereas a year ago he really wasn't. I don't mean that in a derogatory sense, but he just wasn't. He really wasn't in the mix, and he's come on. So we've gone from having one quarterback to I think now two, and clearly both guys are better than they were a year ago. That's a good thing.
We made so much improvement. Well, competition, that's what it does. You either get better, or you kind of just fall off, and then someone else plays. So it's always going to make people better. Jake knows that, and he's a great athlete and a great competitor. So he's going to keep getting better. Someone's going to have to do something, and we'll see. I'm not really. We're just playing it out right now, and we got a big game against this week, and we can't really be feuding with each other. We're trying to win a ball game as an offense and as a whole team. So
the Hawkeyes will be heavily favored when they take the field this weekend, but Coach Kirk Ferentz says his team can't afford to overlook anyone.
You never know what's going to happen in the game either. We've been involved fairly recently with games where everybody thought we knew what the outcome was going to be, and it didn't turn out that way. So there were a couple of them this weekend. So it's just part of football. We're not assuming anything, and every opportunity we have is an opportunity to do something well or do something poorly. Hopefully we'll do it well.